Hello everyone, my name is LaShawn and welcome to my channel. I haven't even decided what to call this channel yet, but I wanted to start recording for Vlogmas right away and I'll decide all of that later. So anyway, today I am changing from my 2019 to 2020 Jibun Techo planner. Yes, it's Techo, not Techo. But yeah, so I bought this last year and I bought it as like a set with like the idea book and also the life book, which I've kind of lost. I need to find. And I kind of used it, but not very much. As you can see, just, yeah, there are a lot of blank pages. It's like 99% blank. But yeah, I really like it though, and I promised myself that I'm going to use it more this year. So I got just this part of the book, just the actual planner section, like the weekly, monthly planner. I'm not sure what size this is. I'll have to look it up. It's probably the A5 Slim, I want to say, but I'll double check. I did not buy this off of a website. I just found this randomly at a store because I live in Japan. I can just go to the shop and find these, but when you're walking down the planner aisle, there isn't really any information about it. It's just kind of mixed in with everything else. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to set this up and just show you a little bit about it. First things first, I really do not like these little ribbons on here. Like, I know a lot of people like to cut them off, but I think I'm just going to tear them out. So if I can just find what page they're on. I just don't really find myself using them. I'd rather use tabs, little sticky notes or something to put there. So if you take this part out of the planner, you can see that it's glued right here on the spine. And you should be able to just rip that off gently. So let's give that a try. And then that way, if you ever want to keep them, you can just glue them back on and save them for later. You don't have to cut them and destroy them. So that's done. So what I really like about this planner is that it has so many different features, which you'll see in a moment. And it's really lightweight and really thin. You open it up, it's just a blank page right here. Alright, so you open it up right here, and it says 2020 Jibun Techo in Japanese, and then it has your name and phone number at the bottom. Alright, and once you open it, it gives you some information in both English and Japanese on how to use it. So you can see it has a 3-year calendar, yearly schedule, age chart, my dream, and so on. I'll just hold this up so you can read them yourself. Most of these lists I don't really use, or I haven't in the past, but I'm going to try to use them this year. Even if I repurpose them for something else, I'm going to try to not leave blank pages in the book this time, because last time was pretty bad. And then you flip the page, and it gives you some examples of how to set it up, some of the things you can include. So, for example, if you look here in the red section, it says something about this is like the time that you would sleep, and this talks about, oh, this is the train I need to get on, I'm going to Nagoya at this time, and here it says, oh, I have a presentation here, I need to go to this room and get on this train, stuff like that. So just like work information, transportation information, you know, meetings and so forth. Which is interesting because there's actually a business version of this calendar, and this is not the business version, but most of the notes on here are focused around business. And I'm sorry if you hear a baby crying. That's my 2-month-old. She's upstairs with my husband. You might hear her. Yeah. So you'll notice at the top, it has the days of the week in English, and it has Saturday and Sunday at the end of the week, instead of having them split like Sunday at the beginning, like most English calendars. This is pretty typical for Japanese calendars, and anything that you see in red usually signifies a holiday. So either like it's either the weekend or it's a public holiday if it's in red. So just for example, if you look here, look at January, it starts on Monday and it goes through Sunday. All of Sunday is red, but you also see here that this Monday, this 13th, is also red because it's a holiday. Alright, and moving on. So this section, I have decided starting January, this is going to be my weight tracker. I'm going to try to weigh myself every day. That's like one of my New Year's resolutions. Because like I said, I have a newborn baby. She's only 2 months old. As you can imagine, I gained some weight during my pregnancy. So one of my goals is to lose that. So hopefully checking my weight every day will make me more mindful of what I eat, so I can bring my weight back down. But I'm not trying to lose weight too fast because I am breastfeeding, so I don't want it to, you know, hinder my breast milk supply. But I'm just going to take it slow and easy, and I have a whole year to do that. You also notice these squares are also color-coded depending on if they are a holiday or not. Alright, if we look at the age chart, this is just to... Hold on. Yeah. This is just to tell you what year you were born with the emperor system that they have in Japan. So for example, I'm 35. I was born in 1984. So my birth year was Showa Goju Kyunen. And it says I will turn 36 years old in 2020, which is true. Over here for the My Dream section, you can see the first part here. This is what your goal is, what you're aiming for, okay? And then this section over here is what action you're going to take to reach that goal. Those are the two labels that they have, but you can use it however you want. But here are some examples. The first box has your work and your study plans. Then we have, I'm not quite sure about this one. I'll have to check with my husband, but yeah, I'm not sure. Here, this is dealing with money, like your savings, how much you want to make, I believe. Then we have like health and beauty. I'm not sure about these two. We have travel and like vacation. And like your family, partner plans, your friends, acquaintances, and other. I'll check with the rest of these. I'm not Japanese, I just know some since I live here and I studied a bit, but my husband is, so I'll see what the rest of them mean specifically and I'll let you guys know in another video. Then we move on and it has your money plan. And it goes from January through December. And it talks about like how much you pay for your rent, your electricity. I think this is probably like your phone, like your communications, like your home phone or your cell phone, and insurance. It leaves some spaces for you to put other expenses. But it says these are supposed to be your set expenses, like ones that don't change from month to month, like you're guaranteed to pay them. And then the other ones here, oh, and you put the total on this line here. And then it has like your variable expenses, so like how much you spend on food, clothing, everyday goods, maybe your medical bills. So more like sinking funds and things like that, okay? Down here is where you're supposed to put your income. It's how much money you make, how much is coming in. And the very bottom one is for savings. My camera might die on me soon. It says it's overheating. This might be a short video. We'll see. Then we have a map of Japan. I'm going to try and use this as a travel map, but I don't see myself traveling much this year because I'm on maternity leave. I have like no income. Instead, I might just put a collage of places I've already been to, just a like memories section. Weekly plan is where you put like your basic weekly overview, how you want your week to look. But I always fail at it. Like, yeah, I'm just going to skip that. Then we just have favorite phrases, recommendation lists, book lists, movie lists, gifts received, gifts given, and your promise list. This is really important because Japanese people believe whenever you get something from someone, you should also give something in return, like to show your appreciation. So it says who you got the gift from, what it was you received from them, and what you will return to them. What are you thinking returning? And same thing, gifts given is who you gave it to and what you gave. Yeah. I don't watch a lot of movies, so I'm probably going to change these. Also, I haven't had much time to read, so I think these 2 pages are going to get changed for sure. Alright, keep going. So after that, we have the tracker, which is one of my favorite sections. So I'm going to start this one today for December. I'm probably going to use this mainly for my social media accounts. Like, I'm really focused on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, whatnot, just to like get my blog going, because that's my main goal. I want to get my blog to a point where it actually starts bringing in some income. So I'm going to use this as the social media tracker, which you can see I kind of started here, but this big gap is because I didn't actually own the planner yet, and so I just kind of left it blank, even though I did do post during that time. I couldn't remember exactly when. So yeah, I might fool around with the tracker and do different things. So then that brings us to the month section, which looks like this. So again, you can see the days at the top. This time we've written in English and Japanese, and I really like it, like this grid style layout. And then you have a list over here that you can use for your to-do list. I don't know if you can see, but it has faint little X's in it, so you just cross out an item after you get it done. And then there's some more here at the bottom, and you can see up to 3 months as well at the bottom. So you can see the previous month, current month, and the next month. So I will do a plan with me video, but my days are like, I don't know, they're just so hectic having such a young baby that it's hard to plan anything and actually like stick to it. So I might use this more just as like a journaling section to write what I did instead of what I was going to do. And then after we skip the monthly sections, we get to the weekly layout. Sorry, I don't want to show the previous page, it has some personal information. But the weekly layout also has a to-do tracker here. And if you look really close, you see this little circle here? I don't know if I can show you. Maybe it'll focus, maybe not. But right here is a little number that tells you what week you're in. So this is week 49 of the year. I know someone mentioned that they wish it was written in a book, but it is here. It's just really small and hard to see. So just look out for it there. And so with the weekly layout, it starts out with the weather, and you can just circle or put a box around what the weather is like, and also the moon phases, which is only accurate depending on where you live. So if you live in a different country, it might be slightly off for you. And then it has like all of the hours of the day sectioned off, and at the bottom there's another mood tracker. Focus. And sorry, I can't get that to focus so well. There's a mood tracker, and you see morning, evening, and this is supposedly night, like a meal plan or a meal tracker. You can plan out your meals in advance, or you can track what you had eaten for the day. Either works. I'm not sure what I want to put here, and I don't know how I'm going to use the weekly section. Like I said, I can't actually stick to a schedule, so I'd hate to write it down and not actually accomplish what I had written. So I'm going to look for some ideas on some other channels and through Pinterest for here. And if you look at the side here, you'll see it also has what month you're currently in this little box. So all of the months are like that. The month started with November. I believe it didn't go any sooner. Okay, sorry my camera just died, it got too hot. Anyway, not sure how long this will last, so I'm gonna be fast. So this starts at the end of October. You can see here from the 28th, and it goes all the way until, I believe, January. Yeah, all the way until January 10th of 2021. So pretty long. So I'm sure, like, whatever layout I decide on is going to change like several times throughout the year in the weeks section, just because there's so many ideas out there I want to try. Alright, after the weeks, there's just, you have 2 blank pages. I might use this for, I don't know, I think I'm going to put my sinking funds here. We'll see. And then we have looking back on 2020, and it has each of the months. And then like, what would you call this? Just like a general overview, a result. And then over here, this is about, it says family, friends, and worldly things that were done. So I guess these are things that you did personally, and then these are things that other people did, other people accomplished. And then the next map, it just has the train stations, the railway maps, all of the routes. Here's for Osaka. So this is for Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, Nagoya. I pretty much just stay in the Tokyo area, but I never use this. Like, no one does. Everyone just uses Google Maps. But I think it could be interesting to see how the trains change year to year if you get these each year. And then here's some more. You can read them all. And then lastly, this is kind of helpful. It has the world time differences. So I like to look at this and see, I like to keep track of what time zone some of my family members are in, because it's really hard to like get everyone together for a Skype call. Alright, and then on the last page, it has your personal data, which I don't really use, but it has a place for, has your name, your gender, this is your address, hungry, I don't know, this is some kind of classification, phone number, fax, cell phone number, your cell phone email, your regular email, your blog, Twitter, Line, that's like a social media app that's really popular in Japan. So this is about yourself, and then it has your company that you work for. So like your company name, company address, what department you work in, things like that. Oh, this is your health data. Okay, so like when you're born, your blood type, how tall you are, how much you weigh. I think this is whether you're right or left-handed. This is something left and right, I'm not sure. BWH. Maybe this is bust, weight, and something else. I don't know. This is your blood pressure, like low and high. Yeah, some of these I don't know. I'm not sure about this one. This is allergies. This is something about medicine. I guess everyday medicines you're taking. Your doctor, hospital name, hospital phone number. This is your shoe size, your sock size, your clothing size. Your neck circumference. I think that's the kanji for neck. And it says something to do with your temperature. Yeah. I don't know why you want to write all that. Yeah, someone will, I'm sure. And then it's the last page, and it has one more spot for your name, your address, and your phone number, and something else. Sorry, I can't read all of that. But yeah, if anyone actually wants to know what everything says, just leave a comment, and I will ask my husband and translate everything for you. Someone might be interested. I don't know. So yeah. That's the 2020 that I'm moving to. And here's the case that the 2019 one came out of. It was inside of here, like all inside of the plastic, but I took that out so I could reuse this plastic part. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this so I can measure out and create my own cover. So something with a little more design. Probably gonna use some Christmas wrapping paper since it's Christmas time. And we're gonna put these all together. This also came with it. It's got a ruler, and it's really good for writing because the pages are so thin, and it prevents indentation. But yeah, I'll go through my idea book later. My camera's about to shut off again. Thank you for watching my first video. Please subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.